Hello again, welcome to today's attempt of a loop, the game where you have to put the pictures in the circles to create a loop, such that each one is connected in some way with the pictures on either side of it, and the connections can be very vague, as you might see as we go along. We've got a fortune cookie set for us to start with. This looks like a crystal ball. I guess we'll put that next to it because they're both ways of telling the future, allegedly. That is a fly, a mountain climber, maybe a peak. Or maybe this could be a snow globe as well. I mean, it's got to be a crystal ball, hasn't it? But maybe you could say it's a snow globe, in which case it goes next to this. I don't know. We'll come back to that anyway. Those are gloves with a bear on it. So are we meant to be looking for gloves or bear? Who knows? That is spam. Those are goats, presumably. Pigs. Cookies. Well, cookies are going to go next to spam, aren't they? Because they're both unwanted computer things. I don't know that they go there, of course, but I'm just putting them next to each other so I remember they go next to each other and we can move them afterwards. That is walking on eggshells. Interesting. That is clearly a fry-up. Maybe you'd have it with meat, so maybe it goes next to the spam. Oh, but then the pig is going to go next to the bacon, isn't it? Let's stick these over here. I'm less convinced that this goes next to the spam. Oh, I suppose it still could. I'm just wondering if the pig's more likely to go in the middle. I don't know if spam is usually pork or not. What's this one? Glass blowing. I mean, let's just stick that next to the crystal ball and we'll stick the glass on the other side. Now, what do we do? I'm going to go back to my original guess of having the spam next to the breakfast, the bacon next to the pig. We'll put the goat next to the pig because they're both farm animals. Now, how do we link those to these three pictures? I mean, the eggshells is surely going to go next to the picture with eggs in. That's the problem with what I've done here. Oh, fortune cookie obviously goes next to cookie. Okay, I should have worked that out faster. What's going to go next to a fly? Because I'm not sure any of these go next to a fly. You can see that we've got 5 lives, so we can afford to make some mistakes. So let's just stick some things in and we'll see. Oh, these are mountain goats, aren't they? So they're definitely going to go next to the mountain. I don't think this is completely correct, but I think I've got most of it correct. Let's find out anyway. Yeah, it's mostly correct because the top half is all green. That's definitely correct. And then these yellow ones indicate that they are correct connections, but they're not in the right place. So what's thrown me is that the pig is not next to the goat. So that's the big mistake that I've made. So we'll take these out. The eggshells has got to be next to the egg, hasn't it? So I'm pretty confident that this is a sequence of 4. I just don't know whether it's going to go in these 4 or these 4. Let's move these up a bit. And then, I mean, I really don't know which way around these are going to go, but we'll try this. I feel like I tried the gloves next to the mountain and it wasn't right. That's the only pause. Let's swap these around. That is correct. I've got no idea why the goats go next to the gloves. Because it's a pair of gloves and a pair of goats? That's really tenuous if it is. But anyway, we can find out. Fortune cookie and crystal ball both predict the future. Oh, and you can also see cookie and text files are called cookies. So that's what this one is. That's why it connects to the fortune cookie, as we said. Crystal balls are made out of glass. Windows are made out of glass. Mountain climbers and flies cling to vertical surfaces. That is such a tenuous link, don't you think? Wow. Goats and mountain climbers scale rocky terrain. Yeah, we sort of worked that out. Those are kid gloves, and a young goat is called a kid. Kid gloves traditionally refers to gloves made from the skin of young goats, but could also refer to literal gloves for children. So the bear was meant to symbolise the fact that they were gloves for children. How on earth we were meant to know that, I've got no idea. Wow. And then handle with kid gloves and walking on eggshells are both phrases for situations requiring extra caution. Yeah, I knew that about walking on eggshells. I had no idea that these were kid gloves and therefore that was the connection. Anyway, Eggs and eggs, we worked that out. Bacon from pigs, yes. Spam from pigs, I worked that out eventually. And spam. And cookies. We got most of that, didn't we? It's not a disaster. I got it on the second guess, which is where a lot of people did. Only 5% of people got that perfectly right. Well done to those 5%. And 91% of people solved the puzzle within the 5 guesses, so not the trickiest one today, but not very easy to get a perfect game. Let me know how you got on. That is the loop. Thank you for watching and bye for now.